Besides history and maybe geography, math is actually the subject that I researched in my free time whenever I just felt like it, and especially last year when we were covering the quadratic function. Basically, what it is you can practically use it to basically measure like bridges and stuff like that. And in the medieval period, they used it as, as artillery fire and like cannons were, firing the boulders in the sky and hitting enemy forces. And they used it to create this like graph. And they perfectly managed to calculate wherever the boulders would actually hit, whether it would hit the enemy or not. And that is a very simplistic explanation that I just gave to you right now. Of course, my math teacher gave us a way better one, but I just paraphrased it heavily because I don't know what it was, but this specific subject just really hooked me onto math for some reason. Like when we were specifically covering this, I just found myself on YouTube from time to time, just watching quadratic function videos, like solving those equations and stuff like that. And I love to watch them. I love to guess what kind of an answer they would give us at the end of the video. I just whenever it would come up on my recommendation feed, I would just watch it. I really like math, I really do. I just like it when things end up making sense. Like, A plus A equals B, and, it is not any kind of different way. Yeah, I just like it. Whenever just things click at the end, when they just make sense. When you don't have to think about anything else. When it is just that, and that's it. And that applies each and every single time. Now, I could have easily learned it the hard way, this quadratic function. I could have easily just, stayed at school and not study it at all, but I didn't. I ended up learning it in my free time. I'm not sure why, but something from my inner intuition just told me to revise it even in my free time. And then of course it ended up helping me on the exams in the future. But for the time being, I just did it for fun. I didn't do it for learning. I just did it because I wanted to. And that's exactly what you must do whenever you want to enjoy something. Enjoy some kind of a process that you're going through right now. I know it is painful. I know we've all been there. Whether you're mastering a skill, like for example speaking, educating, playing the ukulele, a martial arts, where that is just anything, golfing, running. I don't care what it is. It can be whatever you're doing right now, whatever it is aligned with your life's purpose. I know it is painful, but that's exactly what it must be. First, you must feel it and think from the end on the mental plane. Then, you must relax and have serene confidence that God will always give you that desired reality where you are already successful. And then you just take physical action. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. You're taking the physical action. And I know it hurts, but that's exactly the part of the process. And there are two ways that you can go about this pain. There are two ways that you can view this pain. You can either enjoy the process and put negative emotion into it, or you can either use positive emotion into it. The one has the potential to absolutely break you, and the other one has the potential to absolutely make you. So let's cover them and determine which kind of emotions you're putting into your work right now and how can they enhance your work ethic, your productivity, and why it actually matters and how you can actually enhance the skill that you're doing right now. And it all comes down to purpose. You see, if you're using positive emotion into the work that you're doing right now, you're just thinking to yourself, even even if you see no results, even if you're working your ass off every single day, even if you're working 10 hours every single day on yourself, you're reading all those books, You're applying them to your day-to-day life. You're doing all these different exercises each and every single day, and it's painful. Your monkey brain is saying, no, put down the book. I want to, I don't know, eat KFC or whatever. But you're just saying to yourself, no, 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 no. We'll just stay here. Because you know that in the end, it's always gonna pay off. You have a strong sense of purpose behind it. Some kind of a reward that you're chasing right now. Or probably that you already have it on the mental plane, meaning that you can already imagine yourself having it right now, and that's driving you forward to having it. Meaning that even if you feel the discipline, even if you feel tired, even if you feel in pain, you still push through because you know that even if you don't see any results on YouTube, even if your channel has been completely dead for the past 6 months, you're not gonna quit because you have a better attention span than the 99% of worms out there. You just push through because you know that if you just upload that one video, maybe that one video can finally break the fucking dam and you can enjoy the rewards for the rest of your life. Or alternatively, you can be just one view away from finally leading that one customer that can be some kind of an elite whose dad can be, I don't know, the owner of some kind of a company, and he can hook you up and you can be set for the rest of your life. I don't know, there's infinite amounts of possibilities. But what's important over here is that you do all the work, but you don't complain about it. You just push through with a smile on your face. You feel the pain, and you know that it's always gonna lead to some kind of a delayed gratification, and that's exactly what's driving you forward. And now, for the negative emotions. This is where you absolutely feel no long term purpose for it, no delayed gratification. You don't want to suffer for it at all. You're saying to yourself, oh, what bullshit, I don't want to do this shit anymore, this is not even gonna work. And yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not. Because whatever you're doing right now, whatever technique you're using to get to your desired reality or to your goals, if you want to call them like that, then it's not actually the technique itself that will get you there. It's the emotional conviction that you put into that technique that will get it to work. And meaning that if you believe and if you consciously impress your subconscious mind with the idea that it's not going to work because you don't see a delayed purpose for it, some kind of a delayed gratification that will come into the future, in the future, then it's not going to work. And that's exactly what happens for 99% of men with the education system. They feel betrayed because they just analyze the future and see that it's just not worth it. And that's exactly why they choose the path of entrepreneurship instead of online income. And that's why it works for so many people because they see a long term benefit from it. Because the ceiling isn't limited to just their bosses at work that they're gonna have in the future if they choose to follow the path of the education system. No, the path is unlimited with entrepreneurship, for example, and with online jobs. So that's why they see a delayed gratification for it. That's why they have a deeper sense of purpose for it. So I like you to ask yourself right now, what do you want to suffer for? Is it the education system? Or is it some kind of an online job? Do you actually want to suffer for the body that you want right now? Or are you okay with the physique that you have right now? Do you want to suffer to get that woman? Or do you want to suffer being lonely? Just ask yourself this kind of question and extrapolate it to everything in your life. Quite literally everything. And that's where you will figure out the things that you actually want to wake up for each and every single day. Because you know these things subconsciously. That's why we need to make them conscious so that you can do them each and every single day and you can work on them and you can sharpen yourself to the fullest each and every single day so that you can finally align yourself successfully across all three planes of existence And then it will materialize, no matter what. Because you will immerse yourself in your craft so fucking hard that you'll be literally good, even if that desired reality isn't here right now. And that's the true definition of manifestation that I agree with, which is internally shifting to a degree to which you're no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing your reality change. In other words, when you're good with it and you're good without it, then it will manifest. That's it. Because you will get the same feeling of comfort, of peace, of love, joy, security, of enlightenment, if you wish, from your craft. And that feeling, that emotional state, will bring you that delayed gratification that you're looking for. All you need is just that strong sense of purpose, and that's how you will enjoy the process. Even if there are no results, even if all of your friends are saying to you that it's useless, even if, I don't know, you feel completely tired, even if you feel completely demotivated, you push through no matter what. And that's how success is built. That's when your dreams don't die. Because dreams don't die from bad days. Dreams die because the guy who was pursuing them has quit. That's the only reason why they die. So you must push through no matter what. And if you just align yourself with that right delayed gratification, that will be so effortless for you. Like, it will feel like breathing for you. Something that you do subconsciously. And you don't complain about it. So yeah, that's how you enjoy the process. It is as simple as that. Ask yourself, what do you want to suffer for? What will actually bring you some kind of a delayed gratification for the future? And just follow that for the rest of your life. You'll do it subconsciously. Like, you will just subconsciously open, your YouTube feed and you'll just watch videos about that subject. Or you will find books on that subject and you will just start reading like there's no tomorrow whatsoever. It's as simple as that. Just a simple productivity hack that will enhance your work ethic by like 100-fold. Depends on your level of discipline and productivity right now. But don't worry, that baseline will get better in the future, especially as your discipline rises even higher. By the way, if you want to supercharge your growth on self improvement, on manifestation, with powerful skills like stoicism, productivity, discipline, willpower, and all of these great things, resilience, then you can check out Timeless Reader's Mindset in the description. It isn't some kind of an, yeah, bro, bro marketing scheme. Don't worry. I will actually give you real practical knowledge, real practical mindsets that you can apply to your day to day life each and every single fucking day so that you can build yourself into a modern day timeless reader. You literally be the embodiment of an ideal man or an ideal woman. It doesn't matter if you're any of the gender. It will give you a strong foundation no matter what. Like it has given these people right over here that I've worked with. And yeah, they haven't even seen a single life lesson from that course. So if you're interested, go check it out right now, but no pressure, of course. Thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you